What is up, chat? Welcome back to another video. We find ourselves in a different predicament, and today I am at the edge of my bed against my wall. As you can see, I have my YouTube play button that I earned very hardly, and then also the LED lights, which hopefully looks cool. I'm using the wireless microphones. Hopefully it sounds good and stuff. Before I start the video, I just want to introduce myself real quick. My name is Julian. I help improve young men's lives in tiny ways in areas of business, fitness, relationships, and more. I also run an online store on the side where I sell plastic / estrogen-free products, from like actual real healthy soap to like glass containers, iron cast pans, bamboo toothbrushes, all that jazz. If you're interested in improving your health, like actually improving your health, instead of using all these bullshit fucking ingredients, bullshit objects that are killing your testosterone and killing your health, I recommend you go check out the first link in the description. But I'm not gonna waste your time no more games. I am going to start the video. So this is how to get an amazing environment. So why should you listen to me? I will show you why you should listen to me, because I am a very clean and organized person, which I'm going to show you right now. So as you can see, I have everything organized. You can see everything is organized. Obviously, it doesn't look the best, correct? But everything is organized. Everything is where it should be. You see all this stuff, my helmet, hats, all the boxes that have my stuff in it. This is other stuff that is like miscellaneous stuff, all organized. As you can see, everything is organized. That is why you should listen to me, because I'm a very clean person and my environment is the best that it can be right now. So I need you to understand something. Your environment, you're the only person who can change it. Nobody else can change it for you. So with this in mind, you need to understand the fundamentals of having a great environment. So if you don't have any of these, obviously you're not going to have a great environment. So I'm going to start with 1, all the way going down to 5, and I'm going to get in some objects, some spaces, and some attitudes that you could have to boost your environment, or to, just essentials as well to also have to increase, the greatness of your environment, if that makes sense. So my first one, which is going to be possibly the most important, is organize and clean your room. I'm guessing you clicked this video because you want to have a better environment where you can work better, you can feel better, you can look better, and all that jazz. Either your motivations are to attract more girls, to become more successful, to become more physically fit. Whatever it is, this video is going to be for you, because having a great environment will literally 5x, 10x, 20x your pursuit to the goals that you want to achieve. And obviously the first one is organizing and cleaning your room. I know people who have dirty ass rooms, like disgusting rooms, trash on the floor, dirty clothes on the floor. They don't know where most of their shit is because it's buried under tons of trash and tons of just random objects that they have. And I also know other kids, I have a friend, his name is Anthony. He has a very clean room, carpet, he cleans it every single day. Everything is organized. Even the boxes of shoes that he has, those really expensive shoes, are organized under his bed very nicely. He has everything organized, and that is the kind of room you need to strive for, that smells good, that looks good, because having a clean room gives you a clean mind, because obviously your room is the place where you dwell most in. It's probably where you're going to become successful in, where you're going to work hours and hours and hours to achieve your goals, and you're doing research, and this is literally where you sleep, literally where you read, literally where you do anything. So your room has to be clean and organized. Alright, your second one, which is obviously still most important. This isn't the organized is the most important to least. These are all equally important. So the second one is going to be friend group. So the people you surround yourself especially is super, super, super important. If you surround yourself with drug addicts and alcoholics, you're going to become a drug addict and an alcoholic. It literally says in the Bible. Watch, I'll show you real quick. I'm going to read you 3 verses from the Bible. 1 Corinthians 15:33. Don't be deceived. Bad company ruins good morals. Proverbs 13:20. Whoever walks with the wise becomes wise, but the companion of fools will suffer harm. Proverbs 27:17. Iron sharpens iron, as one man sharpens another. So, surrounding yourself with good people, amazing people, successful people, good people will make you one of them. If you surround yourself with rich people, they will make you one of them. It is just that simple. You are the average of the 5 people you hang out the most with, and that's anybody. That doesn't exclude anybody. And honestly, the people you probably spend the most time with, if you are underage, which I'm guessing, is going to be your parents. And if you're not, it's probably going to be with your coworkers, your friends, are probably going to be the people who you spend the most time with. So pick wisely, because this is so important. It really does determine how good of an environment you're gonna have. Alright, and number 3 is going to be diet. You are what you eat. And diet couldn't be more true. And everybody knows this in the modern world. If you eat junk food, if you eat highly processed food, you're going to become fat. You're going to become fat. You're going to have brain fog. You are what you eat. You have to remember that. If you eat a bunch of McDonald's, you're going to become fucking obese. You're going to be 400 pounds, okay? So that's why you got to eat whole foods, and that's pretty much it. It's not complicated to eat a healthy diet. Just whole foods, one ingredient foods. Don't go buy cereal that has 20 different ingredients and that has artificial flavors, artificial colors, literally petroleum-based ingredients, preservatives, all this stuff. Only whole foods like rice, tomatoes, meat, especially meat, chicken, fish, whatever it is, only whole foods. And if you can, this like little bonus tip for the diet, go to farmer's market, because obviously the grocery store is good, but still they still put a bunch of shit in the meat, colorants to make it look more appealing, all that fucking garbage. They still add a bunch of shit to the whole foods, which shouldn't even be in there. But if there's a farmer's market by you, I really encourage you to go buy from there. That also supports your community. You get better foods, better ingredients, all that stuff with less chemicals in it, which is going to be so much better for you, which is going to increase every other part of your life. Because if you eat whole foods, you're going to think clear, you're going to think better, you're going to feel better, and you're going to be able to do a lot more things. Alright, number 4 is going to be exercise. So with exercise, obviously go to the gym, go for runs. It's not that complicated. I have videos on the gym if you want to go watch them. Just go look on my channel like Julian Gym or something. I have already made playlists about the gym, and they're really good videos. I've had friends who told me like, hey, this works, this shit works, and it really does. I mean, I'm not huge, but I've only been on my like gym journey for about 2-3 years, so I really recommend you go exercise, eat well, and train very hard. Obviously weightlifting, any type of exercise is good, even if it's just cardio, but I recommend weightlifting if you're a young man. Obviously you want to have an aesthetic body, you want to be attractive, you want to look good. And the last one, which is probably very important, is going to be media consumption. So you might be asking, okay, Julian, what is media consumption? Like, okay, maybe like the videos I watch or like newspapers I read, which you probably don't even watch newspapers. You probably don't even read newspapers, right? But with media consumption, it is going to be social media especially, because that is what most people spend their time on, which is Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. What else is there? Like all those social medias. You have to reduce the time on it, and if you can, just abolish it completely, because social media, honestly, like, it's not all that, bro. Like, what have you really gained from social media? Oh, well, I saw this TikTok that showed me a good Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, bro. There's literally long-form YouTube videos, like 2-hour videos of how to cook good. You could watch those videos without being distracted by everything else. Plus, like, Instagram is such a degenerate social media. There's literally girls in your hometown who are fucking posting like booty pics and like tight shorts, which then provokes you and then makes you horny, and then you go masturbate and watch porn, and boom, now your streak's done. Now you feel like shit. If you go what I mean, social media really triggers, and it's just really brain rot. And same thing with diet. You are what you consume. You are what you eat. And same thing is true with your mental, not only physical. Your brain is what you feed it. If you feed it a bunch of brain rot videos, a bunch of like GTA gameplay, and then it's like a video or some sort of podcast, like, and you're like diverting your attention span's gonna fucking plummet from that shit, bro. Your attention span, your attention, like, it's just horrible, right? So be careful with what you feed your mind. And you might be like, okay, so what should I feed my mind then? Videos like these. If you're watching a video like this, you're already on a good path. Like, there's Hamza, there's a bunch of self-improvement YouTubers like me on YouTube that provide a big array of life lessons. So like, you got like fitness self-improvement YouTubers, you got diet YouTubers, you got success YouTubers, you got all this stuff. It's all at your disposal. You literally have the internet at your hands. You just have to be careful what you feed your mind. And I've learned this because I realized that before I even got on self-improvement, I just consuming garbage content, like content that doesn't even serve me. Like, I think the average American spends like 4 to like 8 hours a day on their phone. God, just shut up, phone. Don't let me focus. You see what I'm saying? You are what you feed your mind. So consume books, like books especially. Books are very good media to consume. If you are going to watch YouTube, if you like YouTube, like maybe you watch YouTube when you eat. put on self-improvement videos. Put on podcasts. Podcasts are really good. I really recommend like the Huberman podcast, Modern Wisdom podcast, all those podcasts that like are actually filled and packed, jam-packed with value. I really recommend you go watch all those. All right, so those are my top 5 essentials. If you don't have any of those, you're not going to have a great environment, not only inside your room, but also outside, because the better your work is going to be, the more quality it's going to have, the more output you're going to have with your work. So I really, really recommend that you master these 5 things. All right, now I'm going to go into objects, spaces, and attitudes. The first thing with objects is going to be books. Books is a must. Have books. I really recommend the Bible. The Bible holds a lot of wisdom. The Bible holds a lot of lessons. There's also stories in there. It's not only like, oh, you gotta follow this. It's not that. There's literally stories in there. A lot of relatable stuff, believe it or not, from like a 2,000-year-old book or even older. I'm still new to my religious journey, so I can't really like preach a lot about it, but read your Bible. If you're religious, I really recommend you get into religion. It's such a fantastic tool for self-improvement, and the Bible is such an amazing book to read. It's fun to read, and also there's so many lessons in there for self-improvement, which is amazing. I literally made a video about it. So books, especially self-improvement books, like don't just read the Bible, you can read other books as well. Like I'm reading Sapiens. I've only gotten like the first few parts of it. I read How to Win Friends and Influence People. I read The Way of the Superior Man. Those are very good books. I really recommend you read books, and only self-improvement books. Like if you want to read like fantasy books, that's completely fine, because that can, maybe correlate with like your storytelling skills, like your imagination, all that stuff. Books. Instead of scrolling on social media for 2 hours, read a book for 2 hours. And spaces. If you have a separate office, to where you can work, I really recommend you do that, because us humans, we associate objects with other things as well. So like, for example, for the longest time, I associated my bed with like porn and masturbation, and it's not supposed to be that way. You should only associate your bed with sleeping, because then when you get in bed, it's going to be a lot more easier to sleep, because then your body and your brain is going to be like, okay, we're in bed, it's time to sleep, because every time we get in here, it's only sleep. Also, same thing with like your desk. Like if you don't have an office, obviously like divide your room into like a workspace. So like when you go to that workspace, when you sit in that chair, when you sit at that desk, your brain's gonna be like, okay, we're gonna work now. This is where we work. Every single time we sit here, we work, and that's where you associate that, and that way you get into the zone faster. You can sleep better if you get into your bed and only associate that with sleep, and all the etc. Like if this even just a tip for anything. Like if you want to like be better at cooking, only use the kitchen for cooking. Don't like scroll on your phone in the kitchen. Don't like binge eat in the kitchen. Only go to the kitchen when you're going to cook. That way you can cook better, and you can focus a lot better on what you're doing. The last one is going to be attitudes. So I learned this from Hamza, from a very recent video that he made, and I've known this forever, and this attitude is prepare everything for the next day. So it's pretty self-explanatory. Obviously, prepare everything for the next day, whether it be work or school or whatever. I've recently been doing this with my clothes. So like instead of waking up and like having to decide like what kind of clothes do I want to wear, like, oh, this doesn't match with this, what if I look funny, what if people make fun of me, blah blah blah. I just do it the night before. I'm just like, okay, I'll pick this black shirt with these black sweatpants and these black shoes and underwear and clothes. Boom, done. So that way in the morning, I don't get like decision fatigue. If you know what decision fatigue is, it's like the average human makes like more than 1,000 decisions a day. Whether that be what am I going to eat, or where am I going to go, what is the most particular way I'm going to do this work, what's the fastest way, blah, blah, blah. You make so many decisions. By the end of the day, that's why your mind is so fatigued, because you made so many decisions and you haven't like planned out what you're going to do. And I did that last night with what I'm going to do today. I've already recorded, I think, 1 video or 2 videos, and I've, worked on some YouTube stuff, and I feel great because everything was already planned out. I don't have to make a decision. That way I'm not going to get fatigued, and I can focus so much more. I don't know if you noticed in this video, but I haven't been like stuttering. I haven't been saying, all that stuff, and I haven't been like wasting my time in the intro, right? It's probably like 30 seconds introducing myself, little funny bit, whatever it is, then straight into the video. While other early videos, if you like go early into my channel, it'd be like, so guys, welcome back. So like today I went to school, and like just bullshit, right? Just waste of time, because I'm tired. I made so many decisions, and my brain is just so fatigued from making so many decisions that like I'm not focusing fully, getting distracted and all that stuff. So prepare everything for the next day. If you're going to record videos, if you're a YouTuber or whatever you're going to do, whatever your work is, put the steps that you're going to do. So like say for example, okay, record gym video, make fitness course, write rest of diet script, and etc. Stuff like that. Plan it out. Especially even go down to like your daily routine. Okay, make 6 eggs for breakfast, make coffee, sit down, read book while eating breakfast, work. And then in the work you could be like, okay, record video, make scripts, whatever it is, plan out your days. That way you don't have to keep making decisions over and over and over again, fatiguing your mind. Well, alright guys, that's the end of the video. I hope this was very helpful for you guys. I hope you can get something from this, a lesson from this, because I mean, obviously I've used these tactics in my life. You can see my room is clean. I'm very consistent with the videos. I am ambitious with other endeavors, like entrepreneurial endeavors with, the natural product business, with the bike content and all that stuff, working, school and all that stuff. So hopefully you learned something from this, and I'll let you go. I'll stop wasting your time so you can go and be great for once, which is not an insult. But anyways, remember, never stop improving yourselves. See you later.